We're live? Are we live?
We're live.
We're live.
We're live.
The shift from Camden Yards. We're here, Nick Earnshaw.
We're here. We are here. We made it somehow.
An hour-long setup.
Oh,
as you can see behind us.
We had a heck of a time.
Workings of the first. Well, not the first round. So what am I talking?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
We did have a few last year, but look, all the strength of you, honestly. I appreciate it.
Yeah, wow.
We're getting the backdrop behind us. We had a little better of a look initially, but honestly, this is the best you're going to get. This is the best you're going to get. Look, man, I haven't slept the last few days. I've been under the weather. I'm excited for Phil's Orioles tonight.
This could be great. This is going to be awesome. I mean, the vibes are off the charts.
We're an unbiased baseball show.
We are.
It's kind of hard to tell right now as we're setting up with your Schwarber jersey, with my Harp jersey.
Listen, we all know I have as the train goes in the background. You love it.
That's how
this is Baltimore. This is a remote broadcast.
No, you know what's funny? He's like, I'm waiting for you to magically just zap that and for you to become, Adley or Gunner.
You want me to just take off this?
He's really an Orioles fan.
That's just not true.
I could show the screenshots.
It's just not true.
I didn't want to be disrespectful, though. I'm not that type of guy. Everyone wants to kill me for the Randy Johnson thing. I get it. You don't respect legends. I get it. But you're here.
Yes.
We're both here.
Yes.
I'll let you sit by yourself. You want to sit with all the Orioles fans. Do your thing. You want to do your thing. It's totally fine. That's totally fine. I'll leave you. I've been here before, man. I know where to go with the Phillies fans. I know what to do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was here for Machado's last game.
Okay.
Some would say I'm more of an Orioles fan than you. I don't know if that's a good thing. Am I really supposed to be putting that out there?
I don't think you should put that out there. I don't think you should.
That didn't come off the way I wanted it to.
It's okay.
But I was here for Machado's last game. I was just trying to state my claim to
right.
Camden Yards, even though I'm pointing to M&T Bank Stadium. Just kidding. Camden Yards. Should we just get to the show?
Just get to the show.
I do this a lot.
You're just riffing. You're just riffing. Yeah, you're going. You're excited. That's why. It's okay.
The Rats on the way over, right? You like King of the Rats?
No.
Your jam?
No. Listen, so on the way down, Francisco played one of his, bands that he enjoys a lot.
Just saw him a couple weeks ago.
Yes. So that was played on the way down. I did get the aux for a little while, which is fine. It was great. I had a great time. You did. I did Knicks Nuggets live in the car.
That was really cool to see Knicks Nuggets.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was fun. But it was a pretty easy ride down. It was just a little bit of traffic, but we made it. We set up. Look, we got the backdrop. We're here. We're ready to go. It's fun. It's good stuff. But yeah, I think we had a lot to talk about though.
No, 100%. And one thing I want to talk about, because this is gonna be obviously a big Phil's Orioles theme show.
Yeah.
This is honestly not that I wasn't thinking about it on the way here, but really now that we're here, this is a big series, man.
It is.
For baseball, for Phillies fans, for Orioles fans, it's a temperature check on both teams. Phil's coming off of the back-to-back, well, not series loss because they didn't lose the series, so a split, but lose to the Red Sox, lose 2 of 3. O's second in the AL East. They're a lot of people talking about the Yankees this year, and rightfully so. The Yankees have been incredible. But a lot of people also been talking about this could be a potential World Series matchup.
Yeah.
And both teams have had unbelievable starts to the year. So it's going to be a big time Phillies Orioles theme show today. But before we get to all that stuff, as we get, and honestly, a lot of people are talking about it already, Pete Alonso on the move for the Mets. I mean, they sold last year. They sold Scherzer, they sold Verlander. I mean, everybody. Not everybody, but the big ones. And Pete Alonso's the big one this year. It's going to be an interesting trade deadline. A lot of mediocre teams.
Yeah.
Not too many teams sticking out besides the Yankees, the Orioles, the Phillies, the
Dodgers. Yep.
Braves.
Guardians have been really good too this year. They're really good.
Not talked about enough.
They're not talked
about enough.
No.
The Guardians always seem to do that, by the way.
Yeah.
But just give me, before we get to all the Phillies Orioles stuff, give me one thing you're looking forward to in the next month and a half as we get closer to the trade deadline.
Yeah, no, listen, I think the Luis Robert stuff, it's the easy one to go, but I think I have to go there, Fran, because he is the guy that everyone's talking about, right? Like you see John Heyman putting out three teams from the AL, 3 teams from the NL he could possibly end up at, right? Like he is the hottest name on the trade market at the moment. Like he is someone I'm looking to see where he's going to go make an impact. We know how bad the White Sox are. They are awful. We talked about.
Crochet looking last night though. 13.
He did. Listen.
That's my guy.
Listen. Don't mess with Thorpe either. You know, he came up. Okay. He looked okay. Yeah, he is your guy. But listen, the White Sox are bad. They're going to trade Luis Robert. He needs to go to a contender, and he's under a team control. So that's the thing, because you're going to give up, if you're a contending team, you're going to give up a lot of prospects to go get that bat, right? I am curious to see how much he's going to garner. What top prospects are teams willing to give up to go out and get a Luis Robert? This guy is a bona fide stud. He's been in the home run derby. He hits for power. What's up?
This is important. 2 words. What am I going to say? When healthy.
When healthy, yes, that's a big one. That plays into how much he's going to be valued at the deadline, right? Like, our team's going to want to part ways with their top guys in their farm system for a guy like a Robert, who is very good. He hits for so much power. He's under team control. The White Sox have that to argue on their side of it, right? He's under team control, under contract for a couple of years, but then he's also got a lot of power. Like, they have a lot to argue with there. On the other hand, teams are gonna be like, well, what, he's had injuries problems. Like, he's been hurt before. Like, you got to think about those type of things if you are a team going out and getting Luis Robert. Listen, he's a superstar, but hopefully he can stay healthy and stay in the lineup. Team like the Phillies, we're in right now. We're gonna see tonight. Do they want to go out and give up a Rojas and say, yeah, we're going for it this year? We want to give up some top prospects to get a guy like Robert.
They're gonna want Painter, by the way. And it's a Phillies fan. No.
They're going to want one of Painter or Aiden Miller. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, no, I don't want to speak as a Phillies fan. I mean, I am going to speak as a Phillies fan. Not for a guy. If you could tell me Robert was because we went healthy last year, unbelievable. Yep. I mean, the talent's out of this world. I just can't stay healthy, man. And hey, who knows? Maybe he stays healthy going forward. But I wouldn't do it.
And the Phillies have had a lot of problems this year. Marsh has been hurt. Turner went out. He should be coming back. Marsh and Turner should be coming back. But JT, he's out for a month, right? Like, the injury bug has hit them, but they've stayed the course for the most part. They come back from London, a little bit of a time change there, and they got to figure it out. But that's something they have to be concerned with. Like, if they're going to give up a top prospect to go out and get a Robert or go out and get one of these top players on the market, Kyle Tucker's of the world, if Houston wants to, really, yeah. If Houston wants to, if they want to give up on the year and be sellers, maybe. But, they're a team, the Phillies are a team where it's like, okay, you have all these stars, but do you want to give up those prospects too? It's something to watch, and I'm very curious to see what happens.
I'm with you. Robert is a name that, as a Phillies fan, when I saw the Phillies were interested in Tucker, Robert, and Rosarena is another one. He's going to be interesting. The injury stuff is just too much for me. If you're a team that's going to go after him, I don't know. It's just too much of an injury thing for me. The guys like that scare me. I'm just being honest. And Robert, the talents, as soon as he was coming up, like, I was all over Robert.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the 450-foot bombs are effortless.
Yep.
They're effortless. They're not.
Yep.
It's unbelievable. And I hope he stays healthy. He's incredible to watch.
Yeah.
He's healthy wherever he goes, or he stays with Chicago, or if he goes somewhere else, because Chicago's asking for a lot. So I'm going to transition over to the other one that you mentioned.
Yeah.
It's the obvious one. And it's a really intriguing one because Kyle Tucker, everyone's talking about it.
Yeah.
Is Houston going to sell? But a month from now, it's just like, well, maybe Houston's going to be back by 500, and they're going to somehow figure it out. And why would they trade Kyle Tucker at that point? Kyle Tucker somehow underrated. And he's incredible. Steal bags. I think he had 30 stolen bases last couple of years.
Yeah.
I could be wrong on that. He's on pace for 50 homers or somewhere around that this year. I don't know if it's because he hits with no gloves. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's the Moises Alou effect. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's something like that. But I'm so curious to see what it's because Kyle Tucker, man, he's in the midst of a monster season. I think he's in his late 20s. Last time I checked, I thought he was 27. I could be wrong on that. Kyle Tucker is the big one for me. What are your thoughts on Kyle Tucker?
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's a fantastic player. I'm curious. It's based upon what Houston wants to do, right? Like, does Houston want to be sellers this year?
I mean, they're the original creators of the process. So do they say, like,
in baseball, yeah,
screw it, we're going to rebuild? You know, get the package back from somebody that's really going to.
Yeah, I don't know if they want to rebuild. Maybe
Does Atlanta go
retool.
after him?
Atlanta could.
If it out for the year.
Cooney is out for the year.
Yeah.
I think Atlanta needs to go after pitching. That's what Atlanta
both?
needs to do. I mean, you could go after
I don't know if
both.
necessarily Atlanta's MO because they don't normally go after big name guys.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, they usually don't. I mean, they don't. They like building through their system. They go out and make a move. Not the biggest name out there, right? That's kind of what Atlanta does. But Houston, it's just so fascinating. So I'm looking up their schedule right now and looking at the standings. They're 31-38. They're 8 games out of first place. Now in the wild card, they're 6 games back of the third wild card spot. So it's not like they're not within striking distance, right? They're not. I mean, they're within striking. I should say that's essentially what I should say. They're within striking distance, essentially. Like, but I think when it comes to Houston, they are a team that can still get in. We saw what happened last year, right? Like, they got in the playoffs, they won the division later. That's what happened. And if you're the Astros, I wouldn't give up just yet. Like, if you start falling way behind, then it's like, okay.
Right.
Then you got to sell. Like, if you're like 10 games out of the third wild card spot,
right,
it's like, all right, maybe we should sell, retool for next year. But right now, they're still kind of within striking distance of that third wild card. And if you get in, you get in.
Yeah, if you get, yeah, I don't know, man. Just a lot going on with Houston this year.
Yeah.
So much going on. All right.
And by the way, we just had some folks come by, say hello.
Stalking us?
Yeah.
Taking our picks?
Just look at that. Look, they know about the shift, man.
Yeah, I think they do. I see some Orioles fans waving at us.
Yeah.
What's up? Like,
How we doing?
Yeah, it's good to see you. Yeah, it's good to see you, man. So, speaking of Phil's Orioles, as our backdrop might fall again.
It could.
You guys missed.
Oh, my goodness.
30 minutes of pregame where we were pregame, right?
Yeah, we're just still pregame. It's essentially the pregame show tonight.
This behind us dropped like 40 different times. We got Easton bags holding this up. What do we got? We got my Under Armour bag holding it up. What else we got? You got your Jansport?
Yeah, I got the Jansport.
Strapped up.
It is what it is at this point.
Telling you about that on the way here.
He was. We were listening to some Future on the way, getting pumped up, getting ready to go. We listened to some heavy metal.
Yeah, listen to King of the Rats.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're getting some beeps right there. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Oh, I like that. That's a nice car.
It's a nice car.
Yeah, they're beeping for the show.
This is sweet. Yeah.
Keep pulling up. Yeah, you know.
Sweet. Yeah.
But all right, so let's talk Phil's Orioles. Real quick, the game. We'll get to the game tonight. What about? Just give me. We'll start here. Then we'll keep going. What was your favorite moment in Camden Yards? Since this is your first time.
This is my first time.
It's, losing your Camden Yards virginity.
Yes. Yes. I can't, dude.
It's my second time.
Dude, on the way here, like, how excited was I getting when we saw like the stadium? We were out here seeing the Baltimore side. I'm like, oh, we're gonna be there tonight. That's gonna be us. It's awesome. No, but my favorite.
What's your favorite memory?
My favorite memory.
Obviously, you weren't here, but you know.
No, but yeah, like favorite moment at Camden Yards.
And not named Cal Ripken.
No, that's the easy one. But we do have to mention it though, like in case there's people out there, listeners out there, the Cal Ripken moment, the Iron Man moment when he broke the record of most games played without missing a game. I mean, insane. So that was, I mean, obviously that's an all timer. For me, I'll name 2 off for you. Okay.
Yep.
Number 1, it's a clip that goes around a lot. Adley Rutschman, when he got called up to the big league, that's just me nerd now. When he got called up to the big leagues, right? I'm looking at the camera right here. When he got called to the big leagues and he was jogging out for his first time behind the dish at Camden Yards, kind of like what I'm doing today as a fan. Being at Camden Yards, I'm going to take a look around and scan around. Adley Rutschman looking up, looking around, kind of just soaking it all in the moment he's in the major leagues. That was a cool moment. He shook the umpire's hand. I think that moment was really cool because this guy, also on my all-time list, going to be an all-time catcher in baseball and for the Orioles, no doubt about it. So that was a cool one. And also an underrated one I don't think most people would think of is Mike Trout's signature catch Years back. It was here at Camden Yards. I remember it was like top 10 plays all over the place. He robbed a home run. I guess out in center field, right?
Yep.
And he robbed a home run. I don't know if it was a rookie. It was early. It was early.
Yeah.
So he robbed the home run, and like that's like his signature catch of his career. So I'll go Adley when he goes out to the dish for the first time as a catcher behind the plate, and then Mike Trout robbing the home run.
I like it.
Those are my two.
So I'm gonna go back to one that I wasn't even born for, but it's an all timer. We're gonna go see it out in out in right field.
Okay.
1993 home run derby.
Okay. That's a good one.
All the way out to the
That's a good one.
What's it called? What's it called? What do they call it out in right field? Where Griffey hit the home run the home run derby ball, the big one. Yeah, the Camden Yards. They're Phillies fans. Sorry.
We got some Phillies fans here.
Never mind.
They know what we're referring to.
But when Griffey,
we got on-site producers.
Yeah. So no, where Griffey hit the warehouse.
Yeah.
So when Griffey hit it out to the warehouse, I think it's like one of the farthest balls ever hit here.
Yeah.
That was obviously a home run derby.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
That's legendary.
Yep.
We're gonna go see it tonight. I'm pretty sure I saw it when I was.
Yeah, we're gonna go buy that. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
I was gonna say Machado's last game here.
You were there, right?
Yeah, I think so. But like,
but that's a good moment.
Mostly Phillies fans.
Okay.
It was dope though. When I was here in 2018, it was like maybe mostly, but like half Phillies fans.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll even add this nugget to you, right?
Yeah.
From Nick's Nuggets today.
Go ahead.
So this is the first time the Orioles and Phillies have met at Camden Yards specifically, for the first time. Both have winning records. How about that stat? Yeah. I appreciate it. Look at these guys. Awesome. We got a Bohm, we got two Bohm jerseys and a Marsh. This is great. I mean, we've had people come up. This is awesome.
Yeah, look at this.
We're having a good time.
Like 25 people.
Yeah, definitely.
I couldn't count.
Yeah, we had a couple people help us out. we were setting up.
Yeah.
They're like, "Do you have help?" We're like, "Nah, we're good. We're good. It's all good. We'll figure it out."
We were trying to do all the fly stuff because we both had very busy days.
Yes.
Do we want to do our like all-time Phillies versus all-time Orioles lineups?
Yeah.
I kind of forget because we did the Phillies one like last.
We did it a while ago. We did.
Pull it up on Instagram.
Yeah, pull it up.
But let me ask the audience out there.
Okay.
We'd love for you to comment on Facebook, on IG.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to know your all-time Phillies lineups. We just put our all-time Orioles lineups out.
Yeah.
We did it on the episode, a couple of days ago, but we put a go Phils, baby.
We gotta go Phils from the
podcast. Go baseball. Facts. I would say go Rob Manfred, but I don't feel that.
No, don't say that. Don't get us kicked out at all Baltimore. All right.
Yeah, I'm sitting right next to the place where Ray knows.
Yeah,
Right?
M&T. Yeah, and we're in like a parking lot, like near, kind of next to M&T Bank.
Who's the great Baltimore Colt? Johnny Unitas.
Johnny Unitas.
I know
Yeah,
sports.
you do. Not just baseball. We're a baseball show, but
Media.
you should.
I should.
Probably.
So Johnny Unitas, shout out to him. I always do this. Love to get off track.
Yeah.
So what were we talking about?
You wanted to check the all-time lineups. You're a scatterbrain. Look at
I'm coughing. I've been sick.
you. Got to pee.
You
do it. Yeah.
That's TMI.
I figured they should know. They should get the behind-the-scenes scoop of what's going into the show today.
That would be funny if you said that.
No, I know. You got to go number one, okay? And we're playing two like number one teams. And listen, it's a World Series preview tonight.
It's a World Series preview. Yes.
It is.
No, it's not.
the guy who's saying it.
Yeah, no. I want Yankees Phils. As a baseball fan, I want Yankees. I'm not gonna say it.
I hear you. Yankees Phils would be awesome.
You want to know what I really want the World Series to be for baseball?
Yeah.
We talked this in the last episode.
We did. Well, yeah. Yeah, if you're like Rob Lowe. You remember Rob Lowe when he wore the meme that goes around when he just wore the NFL hat? So he's a fan of the game. Like if you're a fan of the game and just you don't really have a team, I know a few people like that. You're rooting for Dodgers, Yankees, and Major League Baseball is also rooting for that too. Two of the biggest markets there is. So.
Right. All right. You're not that mad at me, right?
No, I'm not that mad at you, but come on. The Phillies Orioles would be fantastic.
Well, I don't want to be too biased. You know what I'm saying? Also,
yeah, wearing a jersey. That's not enough.
My buddy's looking for love tonight. He's looking for a Baltimore girl.
Oh, here we go.
I got to talk about this because I want the best for you. I want the best for you.
What? What do you need?
You want a Baltimore girl? I know you do.
I've seen
Just say what it like it is. You want a girl that you could go to Orioles games with.
Yeah.
Or low key an Orioles fan.
Well, no, but I have a soft spot for them because I've talked about this multiple times.
You want to date a girl that you could talk about Adley with, you could talk about Gunner with, that you could talk about Kaiser with.
Okay.
You could talk about Bradish, Grayson Rodgers.
Yeah.
With, Craig Kimbrell still. He probably still likes Craig Kimbrell. I know you do.
You know how poetic. Whoa, hold up. Pause for a second. How poetic would it be for Craig Crumble to come into the game tonight? To come into the game.
Harper goes yard.
To walk it off.
Well, he can't walk it off.
Well, you know what I mean. Like take a lead. You know what I meant. Yeah. Extra baseball, like late in the game. Crumble gives up a big home run. To Harper, Schwarber.
What's better, Craig Crumble or Tobias Harris? Crumble.
Oh, I think Tobias Harris. No,
we're not going to get into that.
Tobias Harris will not be back. But
also, really upset at the Mavericks for not making this a series.
Yeah, that's true.
Luka,
what's your?
Cheer up, bro. Cheer up. Listen to Brian Windhorst.
You hear the sights and sounds.
Sights and sounds of Baltimore, baby. Yo, great aquarium here. By the way, great aquarium. We obviously didn't get to our all-time Phillies versus all-time Orioles because of the train. You can hear it behind us.
Yep.
But let's just close it out with tonight. I'm stoked for tonight's game. But give me one thing you're watching for tonight that you're ecstatic.
I mean, it's a pitching matchup. I mean, Bradish versus Ranger. That's a fantastic lineup. That's what we want. I mean, you want a pitcher's duel. Yeah, I mean, you got tomorrow will be Walker against Rodriguez, and then Sunday will be Burns versus Wheeler. That's a great pitching matchup. That's gonna be awesome.
I know that's
gonna be awesome.
I mean, I'm ready for tonight. I hope Taiwan shows out tomorrow.
Yep.
I gotta stop being so disrespectful to Taiwan. But he's disrespectful to me. He has to be blocked on Twitter.
He does. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I talked about it on air WIP.
I forgot about that. I forgot.
Yeah, Taiwan. I never mentioned you on Twitter. Notice, look, I like you. I think you're a former All-Star. I don't know how that happened. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have an issue with you.
No.
I just want you to know your role.
Okay.
That's it. No disrespect.
All right. So I hope we put the beef to rest.
Yeah, because I didn't know we had beef.
I didn't know either. So you texted it to me.
Why I was looking up his name. I was like looking up his town or whatever for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I just blocked me. I was like, I've never mentioned you.
Hey.
Well, a lot of the stuff with Turnbull, I was like, man, Turnbull, it's his time. I don't know if that's really I might take that back, but it's not because he blocked me. So, all right. So you got
Ranger and Bradish. Looking forward to that. It's gonna be a fantastic matchup.
That too. I would say I'm looking forward to maybe some of the matchups that I like with Ranger versus Adley. Ranger versus Adley, Gunner. And I would say
Westberg.
I like the veteran matchup with the veteran superstars with Harper.
Yeah.
Which Turner was in there, but Turner's not. Let's see how Bohm does against Bradish tonight. He's been slumping. Bohm is not big.
You know who I think? You know what I think we're missing out on is the catching matchup.
Yeah. No, honestly, that obviously
stinks.
A big one. That's like, let's be honest, former BCIB and Real Muto. It was kind of a couple of years ago. Last time JT was the best catcher.
Probably two.
It's Adley now. And that's a fact.
Yeah, it is.
Look, Phillies fans are going to get mad at me for that.
I don't think you can't. You can't get mad. Adley Rutschman has been the best catcher in baseball. His WAR is ridiculous. F4 is ridiculous. His average, yeah. So JT's still top 3-4 catcher in the league, no doubt.
Yeah, and honestly, the one thing I want to say real quick before we wrap it up here, because we want to get in there, we want to eat.
I'm starving.
I had a Wawa Pups for lunch. I love Wawa. But where was I going with this? JT, right?
JT.
What was I saying?
You were talking about.
I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
We got it. It's okay. I'll help you out. All right. So JT, he's not the best catcher in baseball anymore. Yes.
You know what's not talked about enough, and you're going to see it with the staff here.
Yep.
No discredit to Garrett jumping the pool stubs. JT's a big deal to the staff.
He is,
I'm
man.
very interested to see how the rest of this Phillies staff is going to respond with Marshawn.
Yep.
I've always thought I had potential, but with some injuries and whatnot, I've been dropped by Stubbs and JT. Very interested to see because JT behind the plate, pop time, what he does for the staff, all that.
Yeah, I mean, just the camaraderie. I don't believe Garrett Stubbs has caught for Ranger Suarez this year. I don't think he has. So this is going to be the first time we see Stubbs behind the dish for Ranger. Is the lineup out?
I was going to say.
Yeah, it could be Marshawn. Just double check the line. But if it is Stubbs, listen, he's caught the only catcher he's had this year is JT Realmuto, to say the least. So if it's one of those two, it's the first time he hasn't had JT Realmuto this year. Because,
Rafael Marshawn.
So is Marshawn.
Christian Pache in center field.
Okay, so Marshawn. So this is the first time that Ranger hasn't had JT behind the dish for him, catching for him. I mean, and we know how good Ranger's been, right? Like, Ranger's been unbelievable this year. He's in the running for Cy Young. So now to switch up the catcher all of a sudden against a really good team in the Baltimore Orioles. Marshawn, remember, it was in AAA before this for the entirety of the year until coming up till JT goes out. So that's something to watch if you're into this game. Something to watch with Ranger not having his catcher in Realmuto.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I'm stoked. Anything else you're looking forward to tonight? Anything about the? What are you looking forward to about the ballpark?
I am curious. I'm curious.
I've been here. You haven't.
I mean, just the sights and scenes, right? Like I'm very just the whole atmosphere. Sounds. Yeah, sights, scenes, sounds. All it's a long day. It's a long day. But yeah, dude, it's fantastic that we're here at Camden Yards. I'm looking to see like what the outfield dimensions are, the warehouse out in right field, like just see all that. And I something I do now, so I'm starting to visit more stadiums, is I get like a magnet from each stadium where it is. I got one at the Garden. That was pretty cool. So I'm collecting like all like the magnets from each stadium I attend to. So this is the only other baseball stadium I've been to other than Cincinnati Bank Park, major league wise.
I love that, man. No,
it's gonna be awesome.
Awesome, man. This is our first remote of the year.
Yeah.
And let's announce real quick before we leave.
Yep.
For baseball game.
Yep.
We're going back to Cooperstown.
We are going back to Cooperstown. So yeah, well, I'll take the reins on this. We're going back to Cooperstown. We're going to see Joe Mauer get inducted, Francisco's favorite.
Right, deserve it.
But yeah, we're going back again. We're going to do a show from there. I believe Pete Inarado, who joined us last year from KYW,
he's on the show.
So he's going to come back. He's going to join the program, and it's going to be fantastic. So that's another one we're going to do. And we'll probably go back to Wilmington as well. Hopefully at some point we'll work that out. But it's official. We're going back to Cooperstown, and we'll be there for the Hall of Fame weekend.
All right, since this is your first time here, why don't you take us out?
All right. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We were live here at Camden Yards, right outside the stadium, the Shift Podcast. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Francisco Rojas, Nick Earnshaw. Enjoy Phillies Orioles. We'll talk to you soon.